Just how rich was Mr. Darcy? Now, if you've read the book or if you've seen any of the films, you will know exactly how much this man was said to be worth, and it's £10,000 a year. But what does that equate to today? How rich would Mr. Darcy be if he was around today? Now, one of the ways that you could attempt to work this out is to put £10,000 into the inflation calculator on the Bank of England's website, which I did. The book was published in 1813, and this is the answer. Ta-da! £574,000 and 35 quid and then 60 pence. But this is not a very reliable method of working out what £10,000 in 1813 was worth in 2024, because the Bank of England uses something called the Consumer Price Index to work out inflation. And what that does is it takes what's called a basket of goods and services and then tracks how much they increase over years. And they're looking at things like rent and food and clothes and entertainment. And there's loads and loads of stuff that they track, but it's very difficult to track that accurately all the way back to 1813 for the simple reason that people live very, very different lives. So if you're tracking, I don't know, like the cost of bread from 1813, it's going to be very different from now because people made their own. People made their own clothes, they grew their own food, they brewed their own beer. It's a completely different set of statistics. And you may have been looking at that particular figure, £500,000, and thinking, ka-ching, the guy was loaded. But if you've read the books, you will probably be thinking, actually, I don't think that was enough to maintain Darcy's home. Darcy lives in an enormous estate called Pemberley, and we're told all about it through the book. It's got gardens, it's got a lake, it's got libraries, it's got grounds. It was said to be based on this place here, Chatsworth House, which it may or may not have been, but either way, it was a huge house with loads of servants. I've never attempted to run a huge country estate, but I'm going to guess £500,000 is probably not going to go all that far. So I think he's worth more than £500,000 a year. And probably the best way we can get a sense of it is by comparing other wages. So I found this book from 1900, Wages in the United Kingdom in the 19th Century, and it is a gripping read. It's not, it's incredibly boring, but it does contain some really, really useful information for us. Like this, in 1803, so 10 years before Pride and Prejudice, if you look there at the bottom of the list, general labourers, miners, people working on the canals, etc., were earning £40 a year. Now, £40 is 0.4% of 10,000. Now, assuming that labourers were paid a low wage, I think we can probably roughly equate that to minimum wage today, which would give you an annual salary of £20,820. And 0.4% of 5 million is 20,000. So if we're comparing incomes in 1813 and 2024, I reckon Darcy is worth £5 million a year. And that's just his income, not his assets. Well done, Elizabeth.